We have great news, ladies and gentlemen. Judgment Day is officially upon us. Now, how long have we waited to see Gennady Golovkin get tested against a credible, a noteworthy opponent? Okay, I'm not talking about welterweights. I'm not talking about fucking guys that are jumping two weight classes just to see him. No, I'm talking about credible opponents within his own division. How long have we waited? Too long. That's the answer. Okay. I know some of you guys are thinking David Lemieux. No, it's been too long. But anyway, yeah, Gennady Golovkin, man. Well, first before I even get into that, we the fans, we need to give ourselves a round of applause because you know why? Because we deserve this. We really do. We give these fighters our time and our attention. We pay for their fights sometimes. We deserve to see fights like these happen on a more regular basis because we're responsible for their livelihoods, each and every one of us. So, yeah, round of applause. Now let's get into the fight. I want to see Danny Jacobs win. There's no secret that I'm a big Gennady Golovkin hater, but that's mainly because of the hype job that surrounds him. Don't get me wrong, I don't like Danny Jacobs that much either. In fact, I don't even make that many videos talking about him because of the fact that I don't like him that much. Okay, and that's mainly due to the fact that he was one of the first people to publicly duck. That's right, I said he ducked Gennady Golovkin. That is a fact. Okay. Even though Gennady Golovkin doesn't have that many names on his resume, Danny Jacobs is responsible for not really giving him that opportunity at first because he's been ducking him for a while. All right, now all of a sudden he's decided to accept this fight, and I'm thankful for it. But even though I'm not a big Danny Jacobs fan, I'm rooting for him because he doesn't have that supernatural hype job pushing for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how Gennady Golovkin doesn't have a single decent name on his resume yet. Some people are calling this guy the #1 pound for pound fighter. I don't get that. But if he were to go in there and watch Danny Jacobs, that would definitely improve that argument. Okay, and I'm gonna be one of the first people on here. Maybe not one of the first, but I'll be on here and I'll definitely give Gennady Golovkin his credit because if he does do that to Danny Jacobs, he deserves it. This fight has the potential to be an early knockout, because you have two big ass punchers. Danny Jacobs has cracks, he can definitely crack. He can definitely pack a punch, and so can Gennady Golovkin. The technical advantage here is no doubt Gennady Golovkin because Gennady Golovkin, he's shown it in the David Lemieux fight. If and history has shown that when fights go the distance, the technical fighter usually prevails. And but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. In this particular fight, even though Gennady Golovkin has the technical advantage, Danny Jacobs has the physical advantages. He's not only is he taller, but he also has longer reach. So I think he had a 4-inch reach advantage, if I'm not mistaken, over Gennady Golovkin. So that's what makes this fight very, very intriguing. This will be the first time we've seen Gennady Golovkin get in the ring with someone like this before. And the height and the reach advantage could definitely be, it could be an equalizer. Okay, it could be an equalizer for Gennady Golovkin's boxing ability. I don't really think there's a clear edge on who has power. Maybe it's Danny Jacobs because I can at least say I've seen Danny Jacobs utilize that power against better opponents. So yeah, maybe the edge goes to Danny Jacobs on power, but it's not like Gennady Golovkin can't punch. He can crack, and he also has the boxing advantage. So if this fight were to go into maybe like the 8th, 9th round, I would say that Gennady Golovkin will probably get the victory. Probably a stoppage. I don't see this going 12 rounds. I definitely see one of these guys getting dropped. I what Danny Jacobs needs to do early on is he needs to. I don't think he's gonna beat him fighting the way he did against Peter Quillen. I don't. I think that Gennady Golovkin, he's far too intelligent for that. Gennady Golovkin, even though he doesn't really show it, I do think that Gennady Golovkin has the ability to clinch, a better ability to do that than Danny Jacobs. There's no way he's gonna get Peter Quillen with that kind of a bull rush, in my opinion. If But I do think that he needs to find a way to get Gennady Golovkin to respect that power very early, very early. You know, if you look at some of the fights where, like, I always look back at that Curtis Stevenson fight. You know, when Curtis Stevenson started backing Gennady Golovkin up. That's what you need to do against Gennady Golovkin. You need to show him that you're not afraid of his power. You need to make sure he understands that you have some power of your own. And I don't think they can fight that well moving off the back foot. Look, the few moments that Kell Brook had success, well, he had a lot of success, but the moments that he did, his best moments were when he was taking the fight to Gennady Golovkin. All right, I don't think that Gennady Golovkin's defense is that great. I think he can be hit. You know, plus again, Danny Jacobs has that reach advantage. So this could be, you know, if someone said this is a 50-50 fight, I wouldn't disagree with them. These two guys. Woo! Man, I'm getting excited, man, because it's like as I'm talking, I'm starting to really think. Because how many times do you get to talk about Gennady Golovkin fight and actually have, consider him losing? You know, I haven't. This is the first time I remember saying, yeah, you know what, man, Gennady Golovkin could lose this fight. This is the first time. I actually think that I think this is a 50-50 fight. I don't know if I can make a prediction, you know. I don't know. This is tough, man. This is tough. All right, I think that Gennady Golovkin will probably win, and that is because Gennady Golovkin, they're not even subtle. He has these big ass body shots that people don't really talk about that much, but he has these body shots that just, like, that hurts me, and I'm just watching from my TV screen. You know, like, oh my, like those body shots look nasty, and if he lands enough of those, they'll definitely be effective later on in the fight, combined with his technical boxing ability. You know, it'll just be like chopping Jacobs down like a tree trunk. So, I think that. Fuck. All right. If someone put a gun to my head and told me I had to predict how this fight were to end, it'll probably be 8th or 9th round stoppage, Gennady Golovkin. So that's my prediction. These are my thoughts on the fight. I'm happy this fight is happening. Whoever wins, you know, they'll have a very. This is probably the best fight in the middleweight division that we've had in a while. So whoever wins, you know, they'll deserve a lot of credit. I really wonder what will happen if Danny Jacobs wins. Does this mean that he's officially the pound for pound fighter now, or will Gennady Golovkin, you know, will he drop off the pound for pound and they'll keep Danny Jacobs off the pound for pound? I'm curious on that. But yeah, that's all for this one. I'll be back with some more shit later. Thank you guys for listening.